I hate the word diet. Love the word nutrition. You can be good at many things or great at one thing. Trying to be something for everybody. Everybody wants it now. But let me tell you, when you almost lose it all, it changes your perspective.
What does it take for someone to be committed? Like, you've been committed since 19, 20 years old.
And sometimes you have to, put yourself in that spot and say, no, I'm going to stick this out. I'm going to actually do it.
Guys, welcome back to the Young CEO podcast. Today I've got my good friend, the one and only John Clack. Today we're going to go over, Jim, the necessity of working out, investing in your body, not just working out at work or anything like that. But today's episode is going to blow your mind how important it is to not only invest in work, but to invest in yourself. And today, welcome, John. Welcome to the Young CEO podcast. I'm honored to have you here. I've been waiting on this podcast for a long time, just to give our listeners the importance on health and fitness. You can be in sales, you can be doing a lot of this, but if you don't have your health and your fitness together, how can you take care of your customers? So today, I just wanted to share your story, like how you started in health and fitness. You were telling me you've been doing this since you were 19 years old.
Yeah, pretty much. And first off, thank you guys for having me. Finally got the invite, which I was pretty stoked to get. So, you guys have been great to us at Icon, and we appreciate your business there and appreciate the family vibe that you guys bring to the facility. So I'm honored to be on here. It's a privilege, and super excited about what you guys got going on here at Saddlebrook. So, I kicked off in this industry pretty much at 18 years of age when I moved from the thriving metropolis of DeKalb, Texas, all the way to Lynchburg, Virginia, where I attended Liberty University. I was athletic growing up, and then I got in college and decided to join a gym. I got involved in the Gold's Gym there in Lynchburg, Virginia, and fell in love with fitness and working out in general, and actually had went to college to go into the medical profession. And had talked to a lot of people there in that area that just didn't enjoy what they did for a living. And, I saw my dad work his fingers to the bone all his life, cattle ranching, farming, and all he wanted was the best for me and my brother and sister. And I thought that, becoming a doctor or an attorney or something like that was going to get me to where I wanted to be financially. But I also realized that I had to work hard for the rest of my life. I also realized that I needed to enjoy what I did every day. I loved fitness, and so I changed my major from bio, moved over to exercise science, and pretty much the rest was history. Got my personal training license my sophomore year in high school, went into management, then into general management at age 20, and all the way up to ownership. It's been a whirlwind over the last 29 years. Got our start there in Lynchburg, Virginia, met my wife who's from New York, had Colton, my son, when we were in Virginia, and made our way up the Northeast, and then eventually back here to Texas, where we've been owning and operating. And, I've done this all my life, and it has changed my life since the day that I started. I've never not done this because it is truly a lifestyle. And to speak on what you just said, yes, in my opinion, to be successful in anything in life, it starts with you. And if you don't have health and wellness and for the longevity, for what we call the long game, you ain't got nothing. Excuse my improper English there, but you just really don't. And I'm 48 years of age now, approaching 48 years of age. And I want to be here for the long term. It's health and fitness and wellness is everything to me. And in my career now, I'm very blessed and fortunate to be able to give back to others. So
that's because there's a lot of people that are successful, but they don't have their health together, and they think they're okay for now.
Right.
They're not. They're work. They're in sales, you walked in here, Saddlebrook Army, we've got a lot of salespeople. We could just go work, be here for 16 hours and go back home. But more important, what I've seen is when we take 30 or let's say an hour out of our day every single day, our guys' mood is like 100 times better when they come, when they go work out
It
first.
changes everything.
It changes their mood. It changes how they perform that month.
Well, it's physiologically, it's how it works inside
Yeah.
the body. I mean, you release hormones, you release endorphins, all these chemicals going on. And that's why it's so important to start your day with something positive. Movement. Just get up and move. Create some energy.
Yeah.
Working out first thing in the morning is, we could go into excuses and everything, and I hear it every day. I hear it from everybody. Working out is simple.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Talk about the discipline, what it takes to, like this morning, for me, it's just a habit. Like I've created a good habit. You've got bad habits, you got good habits. What does it take for someone to be committed? Like you've been committed since 19, 20 years old. What does
It's
it
a lifestyle, though. I mean, it's a lifestyle. I mean, you have to choose it. You either choose to eat a cheeseburger every day or you choose to eat clean every day.
You're right. You got to make the decision.
Right.
Can someone else make that decision? for you?
Everybody can make a decision,
Yeah.
but you're not going to do it if your reason for doing it isn't big enough. We all out for years, and I had an old mentor years and years ago. He called it your why. If your why is not big enough, you are not going to do it. I don't care if that why is your family, your children, your health, disease, your weight, whatever it is. You have to have a reason for wanting to do it. If you don't have that reason, you're not going to make it a priority in your life. People make priorities in their life what they consider importance to them. And if fitness is not, if it's not a priority, and the why is not big enough, you're not going to do it. Everybody can choose to do it. Most people just find it easy to make every freaking excuse in the world why not to do it. Time, money, the drive, convenience.
That's one of the biggest ones.
hard work.
Yeah.
It hurts. We hear it all.
Sore all the time.
But y'all heard it said, temporary inconvenience for a lifetime of convenience.
Yeah.
It's what it is. You put in, one of my favorite books of all time was written by Darren Hardy and Compound Effect. And, it's simple little things done daily, compounded over time that lead you to massive success. It's not that one big thing that makes or break you. It's the simple little things that add up to that one big, huge revelation that leads you into success. So people have to just do the little things, but those little things, they're simple. It's not easy. Working out is hard. Making decisions hard. Coming to the gym 3 to 5 days a week is hard. The act of it is easy, but it's hard to actually put in the work, and it takes work. That's with anything. Nothing replaces WORK.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So someone that's just getting started going to the gym, what's like a good routine? What's a good start? How do you start? Like, do you just start? Do you need a coach? Do you need how did you get started?
No, so
Because it's movement, like you were showing me this morning. By just doing the right movement, I was working it. If I bent my back just a little bit, then it wasn't
Correct.
doing. Like I was just wasting my time.
correct. And for somebody that just wants to get started, number one, find your why, find your reason. Number two, make it a priority. Number three, schedule it. If it's not scheduled, you are not going to do it. You have to live your life by a calendar. I can account from every minute of my day from the time I wake up at 3 a.m. to the time I go to bed at 8:30 at night. Every minute of my day is accounted for and scheduled. So if people don't schedule it, they're going to skip it. They're going to find an excuse. And then that 3-day-a-week workout plan turns into 1 day a week and then turns into no days a week.
Yeah.
And then a year passes by and they look back and they're like, wow, I didn't accomplish much this year.
Yep.
I'm just going to, settle for the mundane and the mediocre and the average and be like everybody else, all the other 98% of Americans that choose not to do anything.
So basically getting started, finding out your why.
Find your why, make the decision
Make
to
the
do
decision
it,
to do
commit
it,
to
and
it, schedule it, and then start. Gyms are great. Health clubs are great. Fitness centers, they're everywhere nowadays. There's
Talk about Icon. What is Icon?
Icon is Icon.
Tell us where the name came from.
Yeah, so
I want to know where the name came from.
we created Icon in 2005, and our original gym and location, and it started because we wanted to be something that was considered the ultimate, set apart, different, unique, and that's what icons of an industry is you guys, Saddlebrook Homes, y'all are now the icon of homes. Modulars, tiny homes, y'all are the icon. Everybody is looking to you guys. Everybody wants to duplicate what you're doing. Everybody wants to follow you. But you're not changing who you are to meet everybody else's needs. You are letting people come to you based on what you've created. And that's what we created with Icon. We wanted, we weren't chasing what everybody wanted. We were not apologetic, and still to this day are not apologetic for who we are. We're unique, we're different, but people come to us, we don't have to go get them because they want to be affiliated with.
They want to be a part of it. It's a movement. It's a movement.
It's a movement. It's a culture.
Yeah.
It's a unique culture, and you know our new facility there in Texarkana is like none other. I've got the best members in the world. We are
and the best equipment.
And the best equipment. The best operations, the best location. I mean, we've got it, and I'm so grateful, so blessed to be in the position that I am, to be able to influence and inspire others by the abilities and talents that God's blessed me with. So.
And you say like a lot of you're not for everyone, and like we tell a lot of people, hey, if we're not in your price, we're not for everyone.
No.
Like our homes, like if you think we're too expensive, you don't see what we have, then. You know, it's just we're not for it.
I think as owners, as business owners, like they look at money and they're like, well, if that guy has $20 versus $50, let me figure out how to get the 20 as well. Versus if you actually stay sniper focused on who you want to target, you're actually going to get more than just being a shotgun mentality and trying to get something of everything, right?
Yeah, and guys, I did it for years, and you know that's why we tell everyone we're not a health club, we're not a fitness center. We will never be one. We are a gym. We are a niche in the market. We've created that. It's set apart. It's different. And so you can be good at many things or great at one thing. And it will wear yourself out as a entrepreneur and a business owner trying to be something for everybody. You have to choose a lane, and you have to freaking stay in that lane and be great at one thing and master that one thing. And if you choose to do that, people recognize that and they want to be affiliated with that. And it's so rewarding and refreshing not have to tell everybody yes, yes, yes. It is a load off your back to say the word no.
And that's the hardest thing for
it is because you want the money, you want the business, you want the volume. But our business that we created is not about volume. It's not about volume at all. It's about creating a person that's going to stick with you and make a lifestyle change and then influence and impact other people that love and care about them. And then that's how we get new business. And we get people that are, I've got clients, guys, that have been with me for 12 years, 15 years, 20 years. And they're here for a lifetime because they created a lifestyle. They've made a decision to be their best individual and their best version of themselves. And so they want to be affiliated with what we've got going on. So we're not apologetic. I don't apologize for trying to not trying to be everything for everybody. And I'm not afraid to tell anybody no. I turn away people all the time because we are not a fit for everyone. There's 7, 8 other gyms in Texarkana that are a better fit for you. You may want to go check one of those out. So, yeah.
So talk about your why, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that they might be going to the gym, they go to the gym, they go dark, but they still feel stuck. They still feel like they got something missing in their life. They're trying to figure out what their purpose is. Tell us, like, what is your why, and then how does someone walk someone through, like, how do you find your why?
Gosh, man, my why is I've always just been a driven individual, dedicated, disciplined, driven to be the best version of me that I possibly can. I guess at a young age, it started with wanting to look good. I always wanted to look good, and I always have been very entrepreneurial, and I knew that taking care of my body and presentation was going to mean a lot to get places in life. So it made me carry myself better. It made me walk a little taller, hold my head a little higher, stick my chest out a little further.
People need to hear that.
It's self-confidence. And when you look good, as Dion would say, you feel
I love
good.
Dion. Yeah.
So, and when you feel good about yourself, you can do more with that. And so that started as my why. And also, guys, my why is it's evolved over time. It's number one, my family.
Sure.
The importance of kids and being able to stay physically fit to be able to do things with my kids growing up. Hike, bike, fish, swim, run, chase them, play sports, be that dad that's heavily involved. I mean, how many dads do you guys know that cannot do things with their children because they're physically unable to?
A lot.
And
a lot of them.
Oh, tons. It's our society nowadays. So I didn't want to be the average. I wanted to be different as a dad. And then as life went on and you get older, you start realizing the importance of actual health and wellness. And if I want to really be here for my kids and grandkids for the long haul, I've got to just physically take care of myself. So it evolves and changes from cosmetic and physical to actual internal wellness and more about health. And yeah, you always want to look good, but I want to live the best quality of life that I possibly can live for the longest that I can live and be around for my grandkids and healthy. So,
And that's sacrifice.
It is.
And that sacrifice, because what is it, Ed Milet says, on the other side of temporary pain, you beat the best version of yourself. A lot of people don't want to go through that sacrifice. I've struggled with it myself. I want to eat that roll at Texas Roadhouse, or I want to eat this. But it's that sacrifice, I think, that people, looking back here, what we've created, we've got a big facility, I've got a lot of employees, we've sacrificed, me and him have sacrificed a ton, but what I see, like every single day, like I see you, like your sacrifice, but it's for a better life. It's for a better quality life. So in order to have something better, you've got to sacrifice that old version of yourself.
I think Americans nowadays, and I take me as an example. We want everything microwave society. Yeah. We want it now.
Yeah.
And so we'll go work out for 2 weeks, and if we don't see any results or don't feel any better, we actually might even feel worse for the first 2 weeks or 6 months. We might not have any results that we can physically see, and we're like, well, that didn't work, so let me go try something else.
Yeah.
I still remember Kyler. When we first started Saddlebrook, when I first took over and started helping, you went off and did your own thing again because it was as entrepreneurs we have the silver spoon mentality. Whatever's the shiniest, the entrepreneur wants to go do whatever's the shiniest and whatever's the best thing that looks the best now. And sometimes you have to put yourself in that spot and say, no, I'm going to stick this out. I'm going to actually do it. And I'm going to commit for 2 years or 5 years and be in it for the long haul, as you see.
Yeah.
I look at all of our family, my dad's family, and they're in their 50s and they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars all the way back, lineage, generations upon generations. Every single one in our generation, they're very entrepreneur up to 50, and then they spend all of their money just to keep their health, just to keep alive and keep the pain down to where it's livable and it's manageable.
Yeah, they work their tails off to get to that point financially, but then they can't actually enjoy the rest of their life.
And they sacrificed their bodies. They sacrificed, my dad, for instance, he's 54, and he spray foamed for 25 years. Well, he had a spray foam hose over his shoulder for those 25 years, and now he has constant shoulder and headaches every day.
Yeah.
Because he just, it was all about the money.
He didn't care about his body.
He didn't care, it was just a sacrifice for his family, for us.
Well, and it's instantaneous gratification is what our society wants. Everybody wants it now. Especially we see it in the health and fitness industry, and I tell people, I'm the type of guy, I'm going to hit you right in the throat. I'm going to slap you right upside the head with the truth. You did not get fat overnight. You ain't going to get unfat overnight. You didn't get that way, so it's going to take time. And you have people come in, and people that I've coached through the years, they want it now.
Yeah.
And they don't want to put in the work that it takes over time. I had a guy in the gym this morning. He's been in there for about 5 months. And when he started with me, he hated it. He would complain every week. Oh, gosh, but he never stopped. Never stopped 3 days a week. The other 3 days a week of cardio, does my meal plan, follows the nutrition, And the guy's a business professional, business owner in Texarkana. He understands discipline. He understands hard work. So he's made a goal. He says, I'm in this to win it. John, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. And it was a struggle for 90 days, just very minute changes. Wasn't seeing much. And then guess what? Month 4 hit, that turned that 90-day corner. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it because it's freaking awesome. The changes started coming.
Yeah.
All right. This month, he's been in there for about 5 to 6 months now. This morning he walked in, head held high, chest held high, had a shirt on. I looked at him, I said, Landon, dude, you look freaking amazing. You can physically tell. He said, I know. He gave me this big smile. He said, I feel so good, John. And I'm like, dude, that thrills my heart because we talked about it the other day. People that quit before it hits. It happens all the time. They don't want to stick it out. And they're one sale or one day or one rep or one change away from something happening and their whole life changing for the better. But they quit.
They quit right before it happens.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We see it every day in every walk of life, every occupation.
In sales, at the gym, at your work.
And they just give up. And they say, well, I can't do it, and found every excuse not to continue because we all know it's hard.
Yeah.
And we want it hard. I had a athlete before I got here today that I was training, and he just signed to play collegiate baseball, and great young man. And dude, I was so impressed. 18 years of age, he's laying in the floor. I went to change the weight on the weight stack, and he says, no, coach, don't make it easier. I don't want any of the weight. I don't want any of the reps easier. If it's going to make it easier, change it back. 18 years old. That's that's a killer.
Mental.
That's a savage.
Yeah.
That is the type of mentality that you have to have. You want it hard. If it's easy, I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be worth it.
You're gonna waste. It's just a waste of time.
It is.
Never. I've in 4 or 5 years of business, I've never had anything come that was worth anything in value come easy. Me and Kyle had every single day a reason to quit.
Yeah.
The last 5 years. Every day we could have found one reason and it was big enough to quit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk out back and you see the payroll on this place, there's plenty, there's hundreds of thousands of reasons why to quit.
Just a little stress, huh? Just a little stress.
And no, I get it.
Yeah.
You mentioned food. You mentioned how important it is for food, and talk about this day and age. With the microwave society, the packaged foods. I want fast food. I want packaged food. And even if you try to eat healthy, I was it a month or 2 ago? I came in and I was drinking a Gatorade, and you're like, that ain't even good for you. And I'm like, it's a Gatorade. It's I'm rehydrating. You're like, no.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
So talk about like the packaged food stuff that we drink, we put in our bodies and how can we in this era eat healthy and eat clean?
Like even where to buy good healthy food.
Well, I mean, we could go off. We could go deep. Because this is a subject that I'm highly passionate about. In point blank, our society, it's killing us. Obesity is at an all-time high. Adolescent obesity is rampant. Male testosterone levels have dropped through the floor. Rates of disease is skyrocketing, all because of the lack of quality that our food industry is giving us. They're killing us, literally. And people are just turning a blind eye to it, sticking their head in the sand. And, everything in our grocery stores now, it's just packaged and processed. And, y'all heard the thing, if you go in a grocery store, you want to shop the exterior, which that's
I've never heard that.
All the fruits and vegetables are is on the exterior. Anything on the interior is packaged, processed, and refined. And those are what you want. But guys, even on the exterior, it's horrible. And so, I hate the word diet. Love the word nutrition. Hate the word diet. I am not a believer in diets. I'm a believer in balanced nutrition. I'm a believer in whole food eating. I'm a believer in that if it was possible, and it is, but it's extreme, and I've told clients this, that the ideal way to eat would be that if it didn't have a mama, or if it wasn't grown from the ground, you shouldn't eat it. But that's hard for most everybody. But clean eating, single ingredient foods, you flip over a package and you see 87 different ingredients. The more ingredients on the back of a package, the worse it is for you. So you want to, eating good and eating healthy is hard, but it's possible. And people, though, it's all about a lifestyle of convenience. And now, and people are living a fast-paced life. My wife and I meal prep every week. It takes us hours on Sunday to meal prep for the week, but we're committed to living a healthy lifestyle. Most people choose not to spend hours. They don't do it. They're going to eat out of the vending machine. They're going to take crap with them and junk with them and garbage with them, and that's not fuel for the body. It's just garbage for the body. And so, just like anything, garbage in, garbage out. You know, your output is based on your input. And unfortunately, our society today is dying a slow death because
Faster
of
and
our
faster.
Fast. Microwave version mentality.
Yeah, and if you think about it, if you go to the grocery store and you buy the packaged foods, with inflation where it's at, you're not even getting, I mean, you can't, you're spending $300 on junk.
Oh yeah, and people, one of the biggest complaints and excuses I get all the time. Well, coach, it's costs so much money to eat healthy. No, it does not.
It's an investment in your body.
No, it does not. It's more expensive to buy all the stuff that you're buying at the grocery store because again, you're not. Man, let me tell you, people take care of their animals better than they take care of their own health.
Spend more on their dog food.
Their dogs don't miss a vet appointment. Their dogs don't miss a grooming appointment. Their dogs, and I tell people that you feed your dogs morning and night, whether they need it or not. And they eat the same thing every morning. They eat the same thing every night. They don't complain about it, but they eat it. And if the vet says, hey, your dog's a little too fat, pull them off the food. You back off the food. If they have a disease or an injury or a sickness, they prescribe a medication, they take it. And you buy it for them. So, in my opinion, humans need to be a little bit more of how we take care of our animals. You know, if we treated our own bodies like we take care of our animals, we'd be in a lot better shape. You know, but we don't. And it's really sad.
Yeah,
very sad. It's easy
I spend
to
thousands of dollars.
What's that?
I said I spend thousands of dollars on our dog.
Yeah, but and medications, it's out of control. Pharmaceutical industry's out of control. People are taking meds that they shouldn't. Diabetes is running rampant, and it's all because of our health. It's all because of nutrition. Blood pressure skyrockets. People that are on blood pressure medications, diabetic medications, whether type 1 or type 2. I can tell you how many people that through the years that we've been able to impact in a positive way, just health and fitness by creating 3 days a week, half hour to 45 minutes, 3 days a week, changing their diet a little bit, pulling them off of their BP meds, pulling them off of their type 2 diabetic meds, saving them money there, driving insurance costs down. It's all about choices. That's it at the end of the day.
It's everyone's decision.
Choose.
It's your decision.
You have to make a decision. But people don't look at the long game.
They look at what's it going to cost me now. It's going to cost me.
What's it going to cost me today?
Yeah, but they're not looking at what's that doctor bill going to cost me in 3 years when I can put all this junk food in, but I'm going to get junk back.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to have a heart attack or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And so I guess the wake up,
and
the reason I bring you in here is to wake people, because as business owners, we've got so much going on with the hustle and bustle of stress. We're like, dude, we got to get to work. Work is more important. Or this person needs me over here. I got to be over here. I got to be over here. That hustle and bustle. Hey, I got to do that. This is more important than my own life versus saying, hey, I'm gonna eat right. I'm gonna invest in my body because I want to be around for the long term. Because for us, like I've been going to the gym consistently, because I care. Like I want to have a healthy body. I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to have energy. If I'm working 12 hours a day, I want to have good energy, right?
Right.
But I think our listeners and the world needs to be like, what's something that, and it might not be pretty, but like to wake someone up. Like, hey, if you got a 3-year-old or a 10-year-old, if you want to see them walk down the aisle when they get married, like you need to wake up because it's real. People are dying over this. People are having heart attacks.
It is. And, I'll speak on that. I've been in excellent health physically all my life. I've never had any
close
problems.
call. You had a
Very close call.
Yeah.
Near-death experience. April 29th, 2020, COVID. Had a 100% blockage in my left ventricular artery. Had a full-blown heart attack. Team of doctors was able to save my life. Thank goodness. Had the heart attack in my doctor's office. Had warning signs 2 days before at the age of 43. Both my cardiologists said I was the healthiest 43-year-old that they had ever seen have a 100% blockage, full-blown heart attack. Cholesterol levels of 120, 125. BP always in excellent condition. So nobody's immune to it. Nobody is immune. But let me tell you, when you almost lose it all, it changes your perspective. When you fall flat on your face, when you fail at a business, or you lose a marriage, or you lose a child, or you almost lose your health, everything in life changes. And that was a wake-up call for me, not to reprioritize my health and nutrition, but to reprioritize what I considered importances in my life. And I was being a business owner, grinding this and that, running here and there, trying to make the dollar, trying to be successful. A lot of times I lost sight of my 3 kids and my wife, and spending the time and quality of time with them. So that changed everything for me, but it also, it gave me more focus and purpose to even carry my physical well-being further, and to make it a point to make sure that I take care of my body internally. So, at the rate our country's going right now, life expectancy is decreasing every year. Once you hit the age of 40, you've got less ahead than looking back. And that's
scary.
That's scary. I'm 47, going to be 48 in a few months. And so, I want to be around till I'm 65, 75. I don't have grandkids yet, but I'm hoping to. And I want to be the best grandfather and father still to my 3 kids that I can, and hike, bike, fish, take the trips, make the memories, enjoy it for the time that God has given me and is going to give me remaining on this earth. So it's important. Again, to all the listeners out there who haven't made a decision, freaking make a decision. Do it.
What did they say? It's decision. And what is the 3 things? Indecision is one of them. What is it?
Not sure what you're talking about.
There's 3 types of, you either make a decision or a non-decisive. What is it?
Good, bad, or indecision.
Good, bad, or indecision.
Yeah, good, bad, or indecision. Right.
But the worst is indecision.
Right.
Like not making a decision.
You just got to do it.
Right.
And guys, it doesn't take, for somebody that's not doing nothing, we're talking 3 days a week of at least 1/2 hour. Just move.
That's it. Just
move. And the primary time to do it is first thing in the morning, before your day gets chaotic, before you have an excuse to not do it. Because if you work an 8 to 5 or whatever, or run a business, you never know what life's going to throw at you by day's end. So if you can get it done first thing in the morning, that's the best time to do it. And you got to schedule it. But 3 days a week, 1/2 hour, start moving and start feeling better. Here's an idea. Most of our society don't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Most people eat once or twice a day, which is horrible. But
What should
start
people do?
taking a 10-minute walk after every meal. That's 30, that's easy. That's 30 minutes a day right there. A 10-minute walk. It helps speed up the metabolic process. It makes you feel more alive. It speeds up all the processes of digestion in the body. It's vital. It's important. Take a 10-minute walk. Get up, move, get up from your desk, walk around the parking lot. Get home every day. Take a walk around your neighborhood. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to do pull-ups, push-ups, hire a personal trainer. Those are great, but just start moving. Start creating activity somehow and watch yourself start changing. And if you're going to do it, and I hope you do, commit 90 days. You have to do it for 90 days. Sell out to it. We're talking 90 days. That's easy. That's easy. Most people, though, quit after 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, and that's why health clubs and fitness centers across the nation love the quitters, because they sign up for 12 months or whatever. New Year's resolutions, and they lock you in. And that's why at Icon we don't do that. I hate contractual agreements.
Did I ever tell you about the Anytime Fitness contract I had?
No.
Went in, everybody said, no, you can just quit paying. I actually even went a step further and I moved banks.
Yeah.
Shut my whole bank account down. Went into collections.
Oh yeah. They got you.
They got me.
What?
For $200.
Locked you down. Yeah.
They're serious about it.
Yeah, they want their guaranteed money. They actually don't want you coming. National gym average, people come 3+ days a week is like 33%.
Yeah.
33% of gym goers, 33% go at least 3 or more days a week. That is pretty much the national average. At Icon, we have about a 95% user rate, at least 3 days or more, because our people want to be there. I don't lock them in. If a man doesn't want to be at my gym, I don't want him there. That's why I don't do a contract. I don't charge a cancellation fee. If you don't want to be there, I don't want you there. Matter of fact, if I don't see you 3 or more days a week, I would rather have somebody else come in who's going to use that gym membership. So I do not.
He's talking about UZ.
Yeah, But no, in all seriousness, sell out to it for 90 days.
Yeah.
Sell out 3 days a week, 30 minutes a day. Yeah. Watch your body change. Watch your health change. Gallon of water a day should be everybody's goal. Mm-hmm. Start with a half a gallon, work up to a gallon. Eat healthier than you are doing now. You don't have to do all organic tofu, all that
chicken and rice every day.
Chicken and rice 6 times a day.
Just start with something.
Just make some simple changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cut out sugars. Cut out processed foods. Cut out refined foods. Cut out packaged foods. Start.
At Icon, the thing that I noticed the most, and I've learned this in business over the last 3.5-4 years, and business owners that are listening can vet this as well. You get around a group of people that are like-minded, your business elevates.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then if you get around people like John here, me and Kyla, when we first started, signed up for with you guys, we all went and got our blood tested. And what I liked the most, there was no other gym that helped me the way that y'all helped us, because we looked at our blood test. Hey, your testosterone was low. We fixed that. My potassium was at 6.2, and they're like at 6.5. You need to be heading to the ER. Mm. All of these other things that were wrong that you guys stepped in. I don't know anything of that. Versus a regular guy would have just went to the doctor and be like, hook me up on some medication. Mm-hmm. And the point being is, if you get around the people that you want to become like, I would love to have the body that you have. Jacked, 19 years going strong.
But feeling good.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you go to the gym.
Surrounding yourself.
I've now met other business owners that we've done business with because of the gym.
Yeah.
And you actually want to do business with those people because they have and share the same values that you have. It's amazing how it works.
Oh, they're disciplined. They're self-driven. They're motivated. They have goals.
Yep.
They have
visions. Have a mission.
They have a mission. They have a purpose for doing what they're doing. and they're committed.
Yep.
They're committed. You know, commitment and discipline is so valuable, but most people don't have it, unfortunately.
Before we end the podcast, I want for the listeners to give them some value. What's like one thing, a couple things, like give them a morning routine before let's say because we go to the gym from 6 to 6:45, 6:50. We're going to the gym.
Yeah.
What's one thing when I get out of my feet hit the ground? What's that morning routine that every entrepreneur, business owner, young person that's starting out that needs a morning routine that gets it in the schedule? What's something important like drinking water? What is that thing before I hit the gym?
You know, just creating a habit. Number one, freaking don't hit the snooze button. When the alarm goes off at 3 a.m., get up. You know, I can tell you my routine is easy. I get up at 3 a.m. In the shower, I'm out of the shower by 3:07. I'm in my kitchen by 3:10. And I'm starting to meal prep, and while I'm meal prepping, I then start reading. And I start reading something, usually what I call Devo time, devotionals. I start filling my mind with positivity, and I usually do that for the 20 minutes that I'm meal prepping my food for that day. And at the same time, while I'm doing that, it's zeroing me in. It's what I call a blinders on mentality. I clear out. There's nothing in my head negative at that time because I'm automatically pushing positivity in. I consume 16 ounces of water during that time as well, along with my coffee. That's one vice that I'm not going to give up because I love coffee. More about the way that it tastes and smells than anything. Plus the fact that it's a natural diuretic, and I like that at the same time. But yeah, so I do that, and then by 3:35, I'm packing my bags. And by 3:45, I'm out the door and headed to the business and headed to the gym. So I have a routine. Everyone needs to get up an hour, in my opinion, an hour before they have to be somewhere. Because you need to spend 15 to 20 minutes, in my opinion, in something for self-growth and self-development and spiritual development. Prayer, quiet time, reflection time, meditation time. Filling your mind with something positive to get your mind in a positive state, zeroed in, blinders on mentality, ready to attack the day and freaking kill it. And if you're getting up, grabbing your phone, going to Facebook, Snapchat, all this, that's just
social media.
Just leave yeah. Only thing that phone should be serviced for is that alarm. Hit it, turn it off, get up, leave it alone, and start your day in a positive way. But pushing in water first thing in the morning because you're in a dehydrated state, because you fasted for 6 to 9 hours or however long you sleep, your body needs hydration first thing in the morning. So consume 16 ounces of water minimum. Grab you something to eat. Start, unless you're going fasted. Everybody's got different ways of doing it. But yeah, morning routine is key. I know you got it. Y'all have it. I mean, and it's a part. It's one of those simple little things done daily that compound over time. That one thing's not going to make or break you, but you do it long enough, and you eat right long enough. You work out 3 days a week long enough. You hang out with the right people long enough.
You're finally going to have that language. You're finally going to start seeing those results.
Yeah. Success. Success starts coming. Family success. Financial success. All those things start coming, and everybody has a different version of success. But find what's important to you. Prioritize it. Freaking make it happen.
Yeah. Well, guys, you heard it from one of the best. John, I want to leave one more thing. What's one piece of advice that you either got from a mentor, like one thing that can motivate, educate, inspire someone that's listening? This is like a drop mic moment right here. And it can be something that might piss some people off, but be real. I mean, this is what I want someone to wake up. I want someone to, or whatever you got, but if it pisses them off, then, great. But,
gosh, man.
Drop the mic.
Man, I've gotten so much good advice through the years from people that I have high respect for, and mentors, and people that have tried to guide me and lead me in a right direction. At Icon, we're all about being real. We call it real, raw, and rare. And that's the type of people we want to be around, is a 100% transparent, authentic people. Gosh, man, one piece of advice. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice that I give to people, and it's freaking kill every day. And people say, and I say that so much, and I use that word. People say, well, what do you mean kill every day? That's a pretty negative term, negative word. Kill everything that you do. Murder it. Destroy it. Give it your very best. Capture it. Hold it hostage. Just encapsulate it. And most people do things just good enough to get it done.
100%.
But I grew up teaching my kids how you do some things is how you do all
everything.
things. And that is so freaking true. You know, if you're going to practice perfect. Practice to win. Don't practice to get from the start to the finish. Freaking kill it. You know, don't run to it, run through it. Most people won't want to run to a goal. I want to freaking blow through that goal.
Yeah.
Blow it out of the water. Kill it. So kill every day. And if you choose to do something, do it with every bit and ounce of passion that you possibly have.
Yeah.
Make the most of it.
How you do everything is how you do all things. It's the little things that matter. That it's what is it called? Small hinges swing big doors.
Yeah.
It's how you show up. It's the habits that you have. If you're waking up and the first thing you grab is your phone, then you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
If the first thing you do is you want to go eat a donut, the first thing you do when you wake up, you're probably not feeling as good as you should be. But I like that, real raw, and what'd you say, real raw and
Real, raw, and rare.
Real,
I want
raw,
to be
and
around
rare.
real people.
I love it. I
want to do it raw and uncensored, unscripted, transparent,
Absolutely.
authentic, and be rare.
Yeah.
Be unique, be individual, be different, be rare.
Love it.
No,
I love it.
rarity is rare in here.
Well, guys, you heard it. The Young CEO podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, John, for coming
John.
in.
Yeah, man, it's
This
been a
is so
blast.
much value to our listeners. Hey, if you like this episode, if you have a friend or family that needs to hear this episode, share it with them. Give us a comment. If you subscribe to our channel, we're going to be dropping more episodes with people just like John. John is successful because of a commitment that he made when he was 19 years old that he's going to live his best life, no
right.
matter what. So, guys, on to the next. It's either day one or one day. See you on the next.
God, I'm still counting my blessings.